In this video, we're going to talk about how to use the Android Asset Studio to create a launcher icon for our app, and also how to create some icons for our buttons that are uniform. We've already created some buttons for our app, but we just grabbed some clip art and it looks kind of like a garage sale, a bunch of mixed things. So what we want to do is we want to start by finding a color and getting some inspiration. I talked in a previous video about using the eyedropper, also using the color wheel. I'm going to go to the Plant Places website and I'm going to grab this color green, which is this 13654A color that we have here. Now, I said a lot of times logos are just a fancy font and a letter, not a whole lot more editing. So what I've done is I've gone to the Android Asset Studio, and I'll do this from scratch here. Launcher icons, and then we can pick an image, we can do clip art or text. And honestly, I could just do the letter P. And the letter P, I'm going to choose the text, the font Book Antiqua, whatever that is. The color, let's go ahead and choose that green color. You see it's able to find it based on the hex code. So you could also use an eyedropper tool to find the hex color if you want. Now, here we also have an option to do background color. So I'm going to look for the background color that we use on Plant Places. And given that this is an existing web page, an easy way to find it is to right-click and do Inspect, and then navigate from here. So if I go to the top div, just a moment, just collapse things up so I can see them a little bit. Okay, div ID content, div class side menu. There we go. So as soon as I get, whoops, the top menu, and then side menu, there we go. As soon as I get the side menu, what we'll see is the background color here is D6BD91. So I will copy that. Again, this is good for if you're pulling a color off an existing web page. Maybe someone's having you build an app and they want it to look like their web page. If you don't have this, the eyedropper tool works well, something like that. Okay, so DBD, there we go, we got it. Okay, and now you see it comes up with this P, not exactly the Plant Places P, but pretty close. So I'm going to download, and I'm going to go to Res, and there are several resolutions. I'll go to the high resolution, and Launcher. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I can style it up a bit if I want to as well. We can do things like long shadow, circle, lots of things that we can do. So circle doesn't look too good. With the P specifically, it doesn't look too good. Bevel looks kind of neat. You see how it kind of gives it a little bit of lighting and shading to make it look a bit 3D. Dog ear. I think we're gonna stick with none and long shadow. I think that's the look I've liked so far. The look I've liked best so far. Okay, so, or we'll just stick with what we have, to be honest with you. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it into a multimedia folder that I have, okay, and paste. Now it's fairly simple to make this our app icon. Let me just resize the AppInventor here, and boy, I can't wait to get new icons for that. So when I go to, first of all, we know how to upload media. I'm going to go to Upload File, and choose, and I'll go to that multimedia file that I had before. Okay, icons, and I'm going to grab the launcher and open. And okay, now I'm going to go to icon over here on the right side. Whoops, sorry, choose OK. Now I'm going to go to icon here, and we see IC launcher and OK. Easy as that, very straightforward, very easy to do. Okay, now let's create some icons for our buttons that are uniform. AppInventor has a really cool way to do this. If you go to AppInventor, I'll just start from the home page here. Action bar and tab icons. And what they will let you do, just like the way we created the apps, the apps icon, you can start with some clip art. And the clip art library is very generous. There are quite a few pieces of clip art that are just the right size that we can use. So we can pick any of these. Let's take the disc, okay? And now the neat thing is I can give it a custom color if I want. I simply need to choose custom and then click the color. And once again, we can use one of our recent colors. I'll go ahead and use this green color and then click download zip. And once again, this will give me the generated image in 4 different resolutions. Actually 5 different resolutions. Let's look at the biggest one. This isn't the one we'll use. We'll use the high resolution, but not the very large one. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Now, in the clip art gallery, the neat thing is we have the disk. There's also a file folder, a camera, and a pause button. So all of the icons that we need, we can generate from this library, and this is free to use. So I have generated each of these in advance, but so we can see there's a camera. The pause button is up towards the top. So to save a little bit of time, I've generated each of these, and I've given them all the uniform green color. So now let's go to our app and let's upload these. We'll have to do them one at a time. But you see here's our pause button. Okay. And choose OK. Whoops. And the disk. Okay. And the camera. Whoops, so easy to hit that. And then finally we have the file. Okay, and now what we can do is we can replace our icons with these uniform look and feel. So image, okay, we'll see IC AV pause, and okay, looks a little bit better. Okay, image, instead of save, we'll do IC content save, and okay. And we could probably use a higher resolution. Remember, it gives us 5 different resolutions of these. We could probably bump this up to a higher resolution, but nonetheless, I think you get the idea. Okay, open. We're going to use the folder. And okay. And finally, the camera. Okay, for the camera, image camera. Now that we don't need the other images, it's probably a good idea to go here and say delete. We clean it up so we don't have a whole lot of other stuff that's bloating up our APK. But nonetheless, you see, now we have a much more uniform look and feel. And as I said, we could probably play with the resolution a bit, maybe use the higher resolution images, but a much more uniform look and feel, a better look and feel. And we have an app icon, and all of this doable with software available over the web. No special software required, very easy. So I hope that you can use this to make your app look nice as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have. Thank you.